Hello, everyone. This is John Bruna with another mindful moment from the Mindful Life community. Today, I just want to take a few moments to talk about stress. We all know what stress feels like. And when we really reflect upon stress, what's the source of it? As I've looked through and examined a variety of topics on stress and what people get worked up over, and so many ways in which it affects our body negatively, the question that has consistently come to mind is there something we can do about this that's really meaningful, that really cuts through the core? And there are a variety of techniques, there's methods, mindfulness is one of them. But how do we use our mindfulness in a way that's really going to be directed in a way that can not only eliminate this unneeded, unnecessary stress and enhance our quality of life? And one idea on this is to explore how we attach to an outcome. At the core of stress, we're going to find that there's a direct relationship to being stressed about a particular outcome. This is why we get stressed. We want things to turn out a certain way. We're afraid that things will turn out another way. And the outcomes become very important to us. Well, if we look a little more deeply, do we have an unrealistic expectation around the outcome? Do we really think that our lives will be so much better if this happens and so terrible if that happens? We tend to. The Surprising Science of Happiness, a great TED Talk by Dan Gilbert, really underlies this false idea that our lives will be so much better if this happens and so terrible if this happens. His research has basically showed that we exaggerate how much happiness any one thing will give us and how much suffering another one will bring us. If we take a step back and look at this, we can really see how true this is in our own lives. How many times in your life have things gone exactly the way you'd like? I mean, it was perfect. It was the nice meal. It was a good job. It was an award. It was some acclamation. It was a compliment, a nice vacation. We can look at all these things in our lives that have just been incredible. And today we can be stressed and worried and fearful. All of those events that went exactly the way we'd like, that were just really beneficial at that moment, in this moment, how powerful are they? What we notice is that they come and go. They're like waves. Waves in life. They come and they go. Likewise, we've had just innumerable things go absolutely wrong. The way it was terrible, it was challenging, it was difficult. We felt bad. We made mistakes, and countless times of those. And yet, all of those types of challenges and adventures in our lives brought us to today, where we're still very capable of being happy and fulfilled and even optimistic. So what he was noting is that we really exaggerate. We have sort of an impact bias around how important the actual outcomes of things are. It's not that they don't matter, but they matter far less than we really attach to them. And it's this unrealistic attachment that brings just an incredible amount of suffering in our lives. So if we can step back and realize, things will go up and down and life is messy, what is it that we can lean into a little more thoughtfully that will eliminate some of the stress and simultaneously help us engage in our lives in a way that's more productive and meaningful and fulfilling? And that's where a very simple piece of wisdom I'd like to share with you, and that is that our inner peace and well-being really does not come from doing things that make us feel good. It comes from doing things we feel good about. Doing things that make us feel good temporarily will come and go. Doing things that we feel good about sticks with us. It's sustainable. It provides us with an inner sense of value and worth and resiliency. And that's something we actually have power over, whereas so much of life we just don't. Things will work out this way or that way. Who knows how we're going to be able to manage or have impact over that. Life's messy and cars break down and accidents happen and other people have different ideas than we do. But one thing we do have power over is how we show up. And if we can show up in a way that we find meaningful, in a way that we'll feel good about tomorrow, not only can we lean into that and have the results that are beneficial, we automatically reduce the stress because the outcome of how things turn out is never as important as how we feel about ourselves as we show up for whichever doors open and close in our lives. So that was our more than a mindful moment brought by the Mindful Life community. I invite you to explore our Mindful Life community and mindfulness in recovery communities. Every single day our members get wisdom and meditations and a supportive community. So I hope you found this beneficial. Be well and start doing those things that you feel good about.